Again, that's effortlessenglishclub.com. In today's podcast, I'm going to talk about the engine of effortless English. The engine of effortless English. What's an engine? Well, an engine is the machine in a car that makes the car move, right? We call that an engine. So we have a new graphic, a new picture that explains the difference between effortless English and other methods, normal methods. So we put this on our website, this picture. It explains the entire system very simply and explains, how effortless English is different and how the other methods are less effective and why. And we use this idea of an engine or of a car, right? You can imagine you have a car and you want to go somewhere. You have a destination. So destination, that's where you want to go. That's the location you want to go. So imagine where you want to go, your destination. Well, your destination is excellent English speaking, right? You want to speak excellent English. You want to speak English quickly. You want to speak English easily. You want to speak English automatically, meaning without thinking, without translating. And you want to have good pronunciation and good grammar and all those things when you speak. That's your destination. That's your goal. So how do you get there? If you're not there now, then there's a space, there's a gap, right? There's some distance from where you are now with your English and where you want to be. Where you want to be, your destination, that's excellent English speaking. Where you are now, that's different for everyone, but you're probably not speaking excellent English right now. That's why you're listening to this podcast. That's why you're still trying to improve your English. So you know your destination. You want to speak excellent English. You want to sound great. You want to speak quickly, easily, automatically, naturally. How do you get there? How do you get from your location now, your ability now, your skill now, to that destination? How do you get there? Well, to get there, you need something to take you there, right? You need some way to get there. And in today's podcast and in our picture that we have on our website, we use the idea of a car. You can imagine that your learning method is a car. It's a vehicle, right? It's a way to get from where you are now with English to excellent English, where you want to be. So the question then is, what kind of car will you use? What kind of vehicle? And what do we mean by a vehicle? What do we mean by a car? Well, if you imagine, like, a car has a lot of parts, but to move, the car really needs two things to move forward. The car needs some kind of gasoline, some kind of energy, some kind of fuel, right? And then you have to put that into a motor, right? The motor is the part in the front of the car, usually, right, that makes it go, right? So you need the motor, and you need some kind of gasoline. So imagine you need these two things, and with both of those things, you can then move forward. So then the question is, with English, what's a motor and what's gasoline? Well, a motor is the method. It's the method that you use to learn, right? If you can imagine, you want to go from where you are now with English, you want to get to speaking excellence. And you need something to take you there. You need a method to take you there, right? You need a learning method, a study method. Now, the normal methods use things like textbooks, and you study grammar rules, and you memorize vocabulary lists, and you go to classes, you take tests. That's the normal motor, right? The normal methods. And what about the normal gasoline? What kind of fuel What kind of gasoline, what kind of energy do normal methods use? You're probably thinking not much, and that's true. There's not much energy in a normal English class. If you think about it, usually you're sitting in a chair for 1 hour or 2 hours or possibly more. You're just sitting passively. You're not moving. There's no physical action, no physical movement. Usually there's also no emotion, right? The emotion is just very flat, very low. You're sitting, you're listening to the teacher talk about English, but the topic is not emotional, it's not interesting, it's not sad, it's not exciting, it's not funny, none of those things. It's usually quite boring, in fact, very low energy. There's also usually some stress in normal classrooms, normal methods, right? That stress is negative energy. When you feel stressed about a test, for example, that's negative energy. You're using up energy inside your mind and body for nothing useful. It's taking away your energy, taking away your mental, physical, and emotional energy. Stress does that. But yet, there's frequently stress in normal English classes with normal English methods. So you can see that there's a very low energy, sometimes even negative energy, with the others, with the other methods. And then you take that gasoline, which is very poor, low energy gasoline, right? You understand the metaphor, the idea. The gasoline, the energy in normal classes is very low. It's very bad quality. There's no physical movement. There's no emotion or possibly even negative emotion. You're just sitting very passively. There can be stress. That's bad gasoline. Then you're putting it into a bad motor. Textbooks, grammar study, listen and repeat after me, all of those kind of bad methods, the bad motor. So you have low energy gasoline and you have a motor that does not work well. And that's why with most methods, it feels like it takes a very long time. They are very, very slow. Yes, eventually, possibly, you can learn English, at least somewhat, using those methods. But it's very slow. It's not fun. It's like driving a very old, broken car, right? It goes very slow, tuk, 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 and it breaks a lot, so you have to stop a lot. And then it has a lot of problems, and it's very frustrating, very difficult to drive an old, broken car. But that's what you're doing when you use traditional, normal English learning methods. So what about effortless English? What's the difference? Well, I compare effortless English to driving a race car, driving a Formula One race car, right? You have a motor, which is the method, and you have gasoline, which is the energy. And both of these things are very powerful and strong with our system. What is our motor? What is our method? Well, our motor, our method in effortless English, that's really the 7 rules. The 7 rules of effortless English. If you get our free newsletter, then you already know those 7 rules. And you can join our free newsletter at effortlessenglishclub.com. Again, that's effortlessenglishclub.com. It's a free email newsletter, and you will learn all of these 7 rules. That's our engine. That's our method, our main method. That includes things like learning with your ears, not with your eyes. In other words, it's a listening method. Instead of using textbooks, we use mostly audios. We have some text, but it's mostly audios, it's mostly listening. That's an important part of our motor, of our method. Learning deeply, that's another part of our motor, of our method. That means you learn something very, very well. You don't learn it in a short time and then learn something else and forget everything. No, you focus on one thing and you learn it very well, one lesson, for example. You learn it very well, you repeat it a lot until you learn it very deeply. You know it completely. That's also part of our motor, part of our method. So there are 7 rules of effortless English. Join our free newsletter at effortlessenglishclub.com. You can learn all of them. That's our motor. That's our method. It's very strong. It's a powerful motor. But of course, every motor needs gasoline, right? A motor alone is not enough. I can teach you this great motor. You can even buy our lessons and have these great lessons, this great method. But if your energy's low, it won't work. It still will not work, right? You have to put some energy into the motor. So what kind of gasoline, what kind of energy do we use in the Effortless English system? Well, we use a lot of physical movement, first of all, a lot of actions. See, when you listen to our lessons, I always tell you to stand up, to move around while you are listening to the lessons. Some of our lessons include some videos where you use actions to remember vocabulary. I always tell you to have your chest up and your shoulders back, to have a good smile on your face. Also, when you listen to our mini-story lessons, I tell you to shout the answers with strong emotion. We use funny, strange stories because they're more interesting, they're more emotional. Also, the topics of all of our lessons, the topics in every lesson set, they're interesting topics. They're about success, leadership, about psychology, about motivation. So I'm always trying to help you have more energy, more motivation, to feel more positive emotions. That's the gasoline of Effortless English. That's the energy of Effortless English. And that's why it's so special, because we have both of these. And when you put them together, when you put together that strong, powerful, high-quality gasoline, high-quality energy, you put that together with this strong, powerful method, this amazing motor, then you have a race car. Then it's like driving a Formula One. Zoom! It's much faster. It's also a lot more fun to drive, right? What's more fun to drive, a broken old car that's always breaking and having problems, or a super fast race car? For most people, the race car is a lot more fun. So you will get to your destination, you will get to your goal much faster, and you also will enjoy it more. It's more fun, it's more energetic, right? It's faster, fun, exciting. That's the Effortless English engine. That's the Effortless English car, race car. That's the Effortless English system. It's very, very important, these two parts. Anytime you are looking at a learning system, it must have these two parts. You have to have a motor, which is a good method, a strong method that works, a method that is effective, a method that gets good results. And then you also have to have some kind of energy, gasoline, fuel. You must have both parts. See, in normal schools, they totally ignore the gasoline part. They totally forget about energy. They don't even focus on it. They don't even care about it. They don't care about your motivation. They don't care about your physical energy. They don't have you jumping up and shouting and moving your body a lot, staying awake and feeling alive. They don't do that in normal English classes. They don't help you to feel relaxed. They don't teach you exactly how to be more confident, to feel inside more confident with English. We do. Effortless English teaches you exactly. That's why we use these lesson topics in Power English, for example, in our lessons, or in the VIP program. Every single lesson, that's the topic. It's all about confidence and success and motivation. You're always learning that. I'm always teaching you exactly, step by step, how to feel more energy, how to feel more confident, how to feel more relaxed, how to have more fun with English, and how to be more successful. So, finally, what I would like you to do is go and get this free picture that we have of our system. It's a nice little picture, like a cartoon, a little picture that explains the Effortless English method. It explains using this idea of a motor and gasoline. You can go to our website, you can download this, you can get this picture for free, and you can put it on your Facebook wall, or you can share it using email. You can email it to other people who are learning English. So help them understand these two important parts. Because a lot of people are having trouble. They're frustrated. It's difficult. They don't know why English is so difficult. They feel, oh, it's so difficult. Well, it's because they have bad gasoline, right? Bad energy. Or they have a bad motor, a bad method. Or probably they have both, a bad motor and bad gasoline. So you can help them share this picture. It explains everything. Help them understand that, wow, they need a better method. They need a better motor. But they also need better energy, better gasoline. And when they understand that, they can start to change the way they're learning English and really enjoy it more, and they can have more success. And so can you. So to get this picture, again, simply go to our website. It's effortlessenglishclub.com. And then at the top, click blog. Click on the menu, the top menu. You'll see blog. Click on that, and the first blog you see, the first page you see, will be this picture. It's called the Effortless English Engine, or the Engine of English. And there's a link on that page. Click the link, and you can download this free picture. It's a PDF, meaning you use Adobe Acrobat Reader to read it. It's an easy file. Almost everyone can read this file, so you can download it and then email it to friends or put it on your blog or whatever. Share it as much as you want. Enjoy it. So again, go to our website, effortlessenglishclub.com. effortlessenglishclub.com. At the top, on the top menu, click blog. And then on the first page, you'll see the Engine of English. Just click the link that says download. And then you can get this free picture explaining everything. It's a nice little cartoon. Share it with people. Use it yourself to remind yourself, to tell yourself again and again how to learn English more quickly, more easily, and more automatically. Most of all, how to get to your destination, how to get to your goal, to speak excellent English. So go get that free picture, again, at our website, effortlessenglishclub.com, on our blog. I will see you again. Have a great day. See you again at the next podcast. Enjoy the Effortless English podcast. Enjoy our newsletter. Enjoy this free picture we're giving you. Enjoy our lessons. Enjoy English. See you again. Bye-bye.